This is Tales of Swordfall.
Episode 1, Say Yes to the Quest. Hello everyone, welcome to Tales of Swordfall. This is a one-shot group. I'm Paul, I'm still running this game, but who am I with tonight?
Hi, my name is Faye. Tonight I will be playing Kala Weiss, the Dragonborn Barbarian.
Hi, I'm Andrew. Tonight I'll be playing Tenor Timbers, the Warforged Scout Master of Masks Bard. That's a mouthful.
That is, and I'll try not to say that because I'll probably mangle it.
You just call him a bard.
Yeah, hey Bard! Yeah. So, for those of you who don't know what one-shots are, it's usually just a single session where we play. It's usually really fun. Hopefully we can get everything done that I planned within the session. If not, oh well. Yeah, so this is not going to be a long campaign. This is only probably going to be like 4 parts, so I hope you guys enjoy. So we're going to start out in the city of Swordfall, which is the capital of Swordfall. And we start in the Mercenary District. Mercenary District is where, well, all the mercenaries, adventurers, all the races that are seen as kind of fringe or still as creatures hang out. Every exit has a gate to it, which they lock up at night. You know, they try to contain all the riffraff in one area, unfortunately. We go to Gerald's Bar, which is a very established place for adventurers. If this was a movie, we'd probably go through the streets, see a few bums, go into the door, and we see this bar that's just... It looks very homely. It has like the giant wood beams across the ceiling. There are dwarves just serving up drinks to all sorts of manner of people, and we see your characters. Where would you be sitting at the moment?
Uh,
Go
go ahead.
Well, Tenor would actually be sitting anywhere there's a hearth, trying to spin tales and sing songs for people for the extra piece of copper or silver.
Oh yeah. And would... Let's see if I get this right. Kala? Would
Yes.
Kala be sitting with, like, near?
Probably nearby, but on the sidelines. She is probably sitting like right at the edge of everything. She's not like sitting at a table or anything like that. Think like, like Strider in Fellowship of the Ring.
Oh, definitely.
Like, hood up, like not talking to anybody, giant axe next to her, drinking a tankard.
And if this was any other bar, that would probably be such an out-of-sight place. But in this bar, you have, like, half-orcs with their axes just kind of hanging to their side or near them. Tabaxi, even a kinku or two. So it's a pretty lively, very diverse group of people in here. And Gerald, the owner of Gerald's Place, it seems happy to just serve everyone. And it seems that people are asking Gerald questions, and every once in a while someone will ask Gerald, like, where to put this employment poster, and he just points to the board to the back. But you two are here for a very specific purpose because someone asked you here for a job. And they're late, because we like that kind of cliche.
Yep.
So, Tinner, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're probably spending your time just doing your bard lead stuff, right?
Yeah, I'd say I'm gonna go ahead and make a performance check.
I
He's
was
actually
I was gonna ask at very soon. So yeah.
Tenor would actually be trying to play straight to the Kenku in the room and trying to bring them in because he knows that Kenku have good mimicry skills, and he
Oh.
wants to see if he can hire one of them. Uh, or he everywhere he goes, he's trying to impress any Kenku he can find to get them to follow him and be his backup singer, basically.
Wow,
Wow.
very nice.
Yeah. With
It's
a
a 26.
with a
Yeah.
26. Yeah. Like, what does it sound like when you're trying to lure them toward you?
Oh God, I had so much planned for like his spells. I didn't think about actual performances.
Isn't that always the case?
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, he would be singing Freebird. Which
Freebird.
I cannot think of the lyrics to right now.
I, I don't know. Everybody knows Freebird, but I don't think they actually know the lyrics.
That's pretty much where I'm at.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. I'm like, I know the song.
That's like
Yeah.
exactly what I do in the car.
Cause I'm free as a bird now. There you go.
Something.
And this you cannot change. Yeah, just staring at him, trying to get him to come hang out with him.
Let me just.
Oh, I did forget to say that Tenor plays a kalimba.
Kalimba.
It's basically a little wooden block with a bunch of metal kind of.
Oh, yeah, the thumb things. Yeah. Okay, those things are cool. Yeah. Yeah, they totally knows that you're trying to get their attention, and they kind of walk toward you and squawk.
I start to hum the chicken dance.
Yeah, they start kind of doing a dance with you.
Nice.
And let's see how well they're gonna do, because
Uh-oh.
this is when things suddenly get messy, right? Oh yeah, they're horrible at it. They're just, they're not very talented, but they're singing along okay. At least they're making the best droning harmony that they can.
So I guess Kala is gonna try and intimidate anybody from laughing at this performance in case anyone is trying to laugh. Hold on one second. All right. Oh, nice. Okay.
While Kala is intimidating them.
Not great.
But not bad.
I rolled a 10.
Yeah, I mean that's average.
You would not be able to tell this because Tenor's face is always the same unless he changes his face out. But he is feeling an immense disappointment inside at the Kenku that they're not very good at what they're doing. It's like, just thinking to himself like, damn, not another group.
And almost like Gerald's reading your mind, he's like, they're kind of drunk. Sorry. Why don't you two just go off and mind your own business? They start squawking at him like they're sassing back. He just kind of gives a head shake. He's like, go on before I kick you out. And like somehow this works. You can continue, Bard. I like your stuff.
I think at this point Ted would be like, "Oh, that's all right, my good sir. Me and my friend are here to wait for a job. I think I'm gonna go ahead and sit down with her now. All right?" And he gets up and goes and sits down next to Kala.
Gerald just kind of like shrugs. He doesn't know why you're like, if it's all right. It's like, it's a bar.
Tenor's gonna turn to Kala and say, "Friend Kala, Where is this person we're supposed to be meeting?
I don't know, but they're about 5 minutes late, and that is really rude.
Very rude.
I'd like to make a perception check, see if we can see this person.
Yeah, sure.
Or recognize if they're here.
Go ahead. 19. You notice just as you start searching around in faces, a cloaked figure comes in. And about 10 other people look that way because, there's probably 10 other people looking for a cloaked figure. Because this is a D&D world, and how else would your employer just come to you?
Well, not only that, with it being like a bad bar, I'm sure everybody that walks in is a cloaked figure.
Right. Paula is probably also a cloaked figure.
But your Warforged buddy is probably very identifiable, and this figure comes up to you. And
oh yes, Tenor wears only the most extravagant and loud, I guess you'd say, clothing.
And she takes off her hood very carefully, or at least reveals her face just enough. Kala and Tinner, I presume.
Yes.
Pleased to meet you, Tenor Timbers, entertainer extraordinaire. And he does a little flourish.
Kala's probably pretty annoyed at this point, given that she's had to wait. She's gonna say, "Who are you?"
I wrote to you about a little problem. I was highly recommended to you two. I heard you can actually help with situations discreetly, and she looks a little hopeful at like the discreet part.
Tenor says, "I do everything discreetly." Loud enough for everyone in the room to hear.
Her hope kind of turns into like, oh god.
What do you need us to help you with?
Well, my younger brother is going to make a engagement announcement in a few days. But there's been whispers that someone's going to try to assassinate him beforehand. And
oh, that's terrible.
Yes, and it will be at a grand.
Someone to play at the reception.
Perhaps.
I'm available.
But the more important thing is you need to go and be part of the ball that he's announcing it at.
Will there be food? Well, food for my friend here, but will we be compensated for our performance? My performance.
Good question.
Yes. I will give you both 30 gold up front. Is that good? And you can tell she has no idea how much she's supposed to pay you guys.
I would say Tenor only knows that like the gold ones are better than the silver ones are better than the bronze ones. And nobody's ever given him more than like a single gold one at a time. So he's like, yes, this is very agreeable. Can I have them now? And sticks his hand out.
Well,
Kala's like grown up in this clan where they don't use money, so she also really doesn't know like anything about money, and she kind of just like nods intimidatingly, like, yes, that sounds great.
Like when you do the little intimidation thing, you can tell she kind of shrinks, but like she's trying to keep her confidence up. Okay. Do you need more details? I've never hired adventurers before.
Clearly.
Do you know who we're looking for? Or, well, do you know who's going to try to assassinate your brother?
That's the other problem. I know there's supposed to be an assassination, but I don't know who. They are supposed to be at the ball, I would assume.
How many people will be at this ball?
About, you see her kind of like count on her fingers. 300.
Well,
That's a lot of people.
Well, yes.
Why would anyone try to assassinate your brother? What kind
Well,
of trouble has he gotten into?
well, love apparently. My brother wants to marry an elf, and she's very clearly human herself. Uh, the woman who's
I
talking
see no
to you.
problem with this.
I think like Kala as a dragonborn being born around dragonborns can't really tell the difference between like a lot of races. Like she knows like, you know, gnomes and dwarves and halflings are shorter, but like humans and elves like really just can't tell the difference sometimes.
Um, Tenor doesn't really understand social like situations at times, especially when it comes to the complexities of race relations. So he's just like, why don't all the flesh things marry and bump into each other? That's how you procreate, right?
Um,
I was built. I don't know how this works.
yes, that is how it's done. How can I explain this? Elves live a lot longer than humans, and my brother is the heir to the Kraymel shipping. Yeah, have you heard of Kraymel shipping? You guys can do
Uh,
I've
history.
heard of shipping.
You guys can do history checks if you want to have that decide.
all right, sure.
I got a +2.
Ooh.
Uh,
I've never heard of this before.
I've heard of shipping.
so, Tinner would have a little idea that like the Kremel family is very rich,
Okay.
and yeah, they're just so rich that they could like probably buy their own tropical island and start a nation.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically the understanding.
So the name rings a bell, yes.
Yes, we actually are. We are the import and export business for Swordfall and the real Swordfall family.
Wait. So the family's name Swordfall, the city's name Swordfall, the country's name Swordfall, correct?
She thinks for a moment. I'm not sure what the family name is. It could be Swordfall. And she just, like, glances out in space for a moment. And
Has no one ever questioned this?
no, they haven't. And
Okay, that's fine with me.
sense of existential horror just comes on her face as she realizes she doesn't know the name of the royal family of Swordfall.
And what's your name?
Oh, well, I know that one. And she smiles. It's Chantel.
Chantal,
A beautiful name.
how do you feel about this wedding? Or about this engagement announcement?
It's love.
Ooh, I
It's
see where you're going with this. I like this. Yes.
it's beautiful. I see nothing wrong with it. I'm
Tenor reaches into his bag real quick and switches out his normal face for a inquisitive looking face, and I want to do an insight check.
Me too, please.
okay.
Oh, and that's very like obvious what he's doing.
Yeah. Both you can tell she wears all her emotions on her sleeve, so it's really easy to tell. Yes, she is really happy for her brother.
Nice.
Like happy enough she could probably burst into tears if you go, "Oh, such a beautiful wedding."
All right, and what's your brother's name, and where could we find him?
Oh, my brother is Armelio. You can find him, well, at the ball or also in the Golden District, where all the rich people hang out.
Okay, and his soon to be betrothed. What's her name? Her name?
Yes, her.
I don't want to be a.
It's Eulariel.
And is she also in the Golden District right now? Are they together?
Actually, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Huh. And once again, she kind of gets this spacey look on her face.
Stay tuned for the next part of this episode. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe.